Welcome to Fee Stories, a story whispered in the shadows of a quiet Thai village where ancient horrors still lurk. Have you ever wondered what secrets lie hidden just beyond the veil of our everyday lives? What if a terrifying legend wasn't just a story, but a horrifying reality? Tonight, I invite you to step into the world of Num, a young man who faced an unspeakable evil, a creature of the night known as the Krasue. Our story begins in a peaceful village, but peace was a fragile thing here, often shattered by the chilling presence of a malevolent spirit. Num, a young man, was growing increasingly desperate. "My chickens are dead again, Uncle," he exclaimed, his voice laced with fear. He was talking to Uncle Dum, a respected shaman and a wise man revered by the villagers. Num was certain that it was the work of the Krasue. He had seen its eerie light, a red-orange glow, flickering and circling behind his house, and he desperately needed to know where it came from. The Krasue, as folklore describes, is a horrifying ghost, a woman's head with her viscera, including the heart, lungs, and intestines, trailing below it. It floats through the night, seeking out raw flesh, often preying on livestock or even the contents of latrines. While the sources for this particular story do not delve into the broader origins of the Krasue legend or how Grandma Sai specifically became one, they vividly recount the terrifying events that unfolded in this village. Uncle Dum listened intently, his face grave. He had warned Num before. "I told you to cut bamboo thorns and pile them around your house." He explained that these creatures feared being caught and having their internal organs snagged by thorns. "Don't you see how other houses do it?" Uncle Dum pressed, adding a dire warning. "Soon it will come for your neck." The Krasue's rampant terror had spread through the village, and now it had wiped out Num's entire flock of chickens. Num, pushed to his breaking point, was determined to eliminate this Krasue. That very evening, following Uncle Dum's advice, he meticulously cut thorny branches from the star gooseberry tree and laid them out. He placed them not only around his chicken coop, but also around his outdoor bathroom. In those times, villagers commonly built their bathrooms separate from their main houses, and Num's was a makeshift structure of corrugated iron sheets lacking a roof. That night, Num devised a bold, if terrifying, plan. He would stake out the bathroom, hoping to catch the Krasue in the act and discover its true identity. As darkness fell, he hid inside the bathroom, believing himself safe with the thorns surrounding him. He reasoned that the Krasue, fearing the thorns, would not dare to enter. He knew it would come for the decaying and foul things it craved. He also had a contingency. If it did manage to get in, he would shoot it until its intestines burst. After hours of tense waiting, Num's grim prediction came true. A flickering red-orange light appeared, slowly floating from the far end of the village. Num peered through a gap in the bathroom wall, his heart pounding with fear. The terrifying light of the Krasue floated closer and closer until it hovered directly above his head. The thorny branches he had placed seemed to be working. The creature hesitated, not daring to descend to consume the filth in the latrine. In that critical moment, before the Krasue could spot him, Num seized his chance. He raised his long-barreled shotgun, aimed, and fired directly into the dangling cluster of intestines and organs of the Krasue. The sound of the gunshot echoed through the night. The creature shrieked in agony before rapidly floating away, its light gradually lowering as it disappeared into the forest behind Num's house. Seeing this, Num burst out of the bathroom, chasing after the retreating light. He desperately wanted to see its face, to know who it was, and to finish it off. The Krasue's light vanished into a patch of tall grass. Num rushed to the spot, but the creature was gone. He searched frantically, circling the area, but found nothing save for a pool of blood on the ground. Num stood bewildered, unable to comprehend how it had vanished so quickly. Then, a chilling sensation. A drop of liquid fell onto his arm. Num knew instantly it wasn't rain. Its putrid, nauseating stench was unmistakable. Slowly, he looked up, following the source of the drip, and recoiled in horror. There, before his very eyes, he saw it clearly. The Krasue was Grandma Sai, an old woman from his own village. Num, who had chased the monster with such audacious courage moments before, now stood paralyzed with fear in the presence of this terrifying abomination, unable to even move. As soon as he regained his composure, he bolted, fleeing back to his house. The very next morning, Num rushed out of his house, desperate to consult Uncle Dum about the terrifying encounter. On his way, he had to pass Grandma Sai's house. He noticed a crowd gathered outside. On inquiring, he learned that Grandma Sai had suddenly fallen ill, suffering from such severe stomachache that she couldn't get up. Her children and grandchildren tried to take her to a doctor, but she refused. As Num peered at Grandma Sai, lying sickly on her bed, she turned and looked at him with eyes filled with vengeful hatred, sending shivers down his spine and forcing him to quickly leave. When he finally reached Uncle Dum's house, Num recounted everything that had happened. Uncle Dum listened gravely, then warned him, "If Grandma Sai truly is a Krasue, you must be careful. Place bamboo and star gooseberry thorns around your house and even at the top of your stairs." Num, still somewhat in disbelief, tried to dismiss the danger, saying, "She can't do anything, Uncle. I just passed her house. She was lying there like a vegetable." Uncle Dum, however, admonished him, all right, if you don't listen, don't be careless then." After their discussion, Num began his walk home, once again passing Grandma Sai's house. To his astonishment, Grandma Sai, who had been on her deathbed that morning, was now standing outside her house. She was staring at Num with the same eyes filled with vengeful hatred. Num was struck with fear. He hurried past her, not daring to make eye contact. Upon reaching his own home, Num wasted no time. Before dusk, he quickly gathered thorny branches and meticulously arranged them around his house. He was certain that Krasue Grandma Sai would return that night to seek revenge. As Num was still busy arranging the branches, Grandma Sai herself appeared outside his house. "Num, I have something to talk to you about," she called out. Num responded cautiously, "What do you want, Grandma? Say it. I can hear you from here." Grandma insisted, "Come out and talk properly so we can settle this." Even though Grandma Sai's current form was not that of the Krasue, her primal instinct made her fear the thorns. Num, equally terrified of Grandma Sai, dared not step outside his gate to talk to her. Time passed in a tense silence. Neither spoke, and Grandma Sai remained standing guard, refusing to leave. Num kept glancing at her, filled with suspicion. Grandma Sai stood there for a long time until nearly nightfall, without uttering another word. Num thought to himself that if he stayed put until dark, he didn't know what might happen. He made a decisive move. He dragged the thorny branches and placed them at the steps of his house, then quickly retreated inside. Grandma Sai could only stand outside, staring at Num. When she realized there was no way to get to him, she reluctantly walked back home. Later that night, as Num lay in his house, a flickering light appeared in the distance, floating closer. When Krasue Grandma Sai reached Num's house, she saw that it was completely surrounded by thorns. She floated around Num's house for a while. Then, she spotted an open window. Seizing the opportunity, she plunged into Num's house, intent on revenge. Num, having anticipated her return, was ready. He had been waiting in ambush inside. As Krasue, Grandma Sai, floated in, he quickly drew out a thorny branch and thrust it directly into her body. The Krasue, Grandma Sai, fell to the floor, her dangling internal organs exposed. She let out a mournful wail of agony. At that moment, Uncle Dum, the mastermind behind this plan, emerged from behind Num's house. He had been watching the entire ordeal. He carried a bowl of murky black water. He took a mouthful of the water, then clasped his hands together and began to chant a mantra. After completing his incantation, Uncle Dum spit the water on the body of the Krasue, Grandma Sai. Immediately, Krasue, Grandma Sai shrieked in intense pain. "Num, let it go now," Uncle Dum instructed. "Let it return to its body."
Num slowly lifted the thorny branch from Krasue, Grandma Sai's body. Once free, she quickly floated away and vanished. The next morning, news spread throughout the village that Grandma Sai had died due to her sudden illness. Num and Uncle Dum, though they knew the true cause of Grandma Sai's death, kept silent, not telling anyone that Grandma Sai had been a Krasue. They wanted Grandma Sai to have a peaceful passing, without the stigma attached to her name. Both Num and Uncle Dum attended Grandma Sai's funeral to offer their condolences and seek forgiveness. After that night, the rumors of the Krasue in the village ceased, and no one ever encountered the Krasue again.
This marks the end of the tale of Krasue, Grandma Sai. I hope you found this story captivating and that it shed some light on the chilling events that unfolded in that village. If you enjoyed this journey into the supernatural, please consider showing your support. Your engagement helps us continue sharing these fascinating stories.